What's going on, traders? This is going to be a short video about the new Sierra chart settings and settings windows. This video is going to give you a few tips on how to utilize these new settings windows in a less painful manner. And hopefully this video will help some of you who are really struggling with these new windows. So without further ado, let's get into it. So on these windows, the first thing you want to do with the windows, and the windows I'm referring to are, let's say for example, the chart settings window uses the new settings. Many of the other settings windows actually use this new format here, right? It used to look completely different. The organization was different. There was, advanced settings 1, 2, 3, symbol, like there was all kind of different tabs, like 4 different tabs up here that were just loaded full of information. They've split out these tabs and then they've changed the format to where you have these selectable buttons and drop downs and descriptions, and then they've organized it with headers and stuff like that. The most important thing is you want this to look appealing to you so that you can navigate it more easily. So let's open up a chart settings window and then let's go into the global settings, graphics settings global, and go affect the way that this looks. So you want to scroll about 25 to 30% down until you get to the settings windows. Item text foreground color, that's going to affect the color of this text. All right, so I have that bright white. The background color, I have it black. The settings windows section title foreground color, this is the section title here. That's the text color. The background color, I have it like gray here. Okay, so that's just to break up that this is a section title. That's it. The highlight color is where when you select a line, what color does it highlight the background? Just to know where you're at in the selection process. Now, this highlight color is less important when you change a bunch of other settings that I'm going to show you guys. But in case you want to keep settings to where you have to first click on a line, then click the selectable field, this is kind of useful. Otherwise, you can change this probably to black and it won't even matter. You're like, what are you talking about? I'll show you in a second. So settings windows, yes, text color. So when you have something here that's set to yes, like use evening session is set to yes, it changes it to blue. The no color, red. Right? So differentiate that. The settings windows button foreground color, this is an inactive button, but this would be the text. And then for a button background color, I've decided to use red. Just allows, so like here, this is a button. I know it's a button. Are there any buttons here? No, there are no buttons. Is there a button here? Absolutely. Is there a button here? Right? You want to set the scales of your chart. Okay, so settings window, read only setting description foreground color. So you have something like this tab, performance, that affects something that's read only, right? So make it a little darker. Settings windows, read only background color. Keep it black probably so that you get that contrast between the text. That's it. These are the only items that you want to basically make changes to. All right, click OK. We'll get out of here. Now, here's the next thing that, and very important for navigating, that you want to go in and change the settings for. Go into global settings, general settings. So global settings, general settings. Go in to the settings windows, right? It'll start out in general here. Go into the settings windows here. It's this tab here. It's the fifth tab over. Set these all to yes. What this is going to do is all of these right in here in this area. So it's going to use single click for any setting that you click on when it's not selected. And what I mean by that is the default settings may not be set to yes. I can't remember if I changed that upon updating to the latest version of Sierra chart or not, but I think I did change them all to yes. So you may be struggling to navigate these buttons because you're like, I have to click multiple times to get in here. Like, I got to click here. Then I can select this. What this does is, for example, I'm not selected on this line, auto set from data feed. Even though I'm not selected, I can go in and click on this no button, one left click, and it'll change it to yes. Look, done. And it tells me the original value. All you have to do is hit apply. So click it again, it's set to no. That saves you multiple clicks. If this is off, let's just watch. All right, so we're up here. So I'm not selected on this line. If I go now to this no, right here of auto set from data feed, and I click it, it won't do anything until I'm selecting the row, and then I can edit it. Watch. Look. That's it. One click, two clicks. Ew, that sucks. And if you happen to get off and you want to change it back, you got to click and click again. Two clicks. Ew. So select yes on this so that all of your interactions with the line don't require multiple clicks. So that's for edits, drop downs, drop down boxes, buttons, all of it. When you click there, you want it to do something and you don't want to waste time, right? And it's the same thing for like even so the symbol action is affected by these buttons here, right? So when I'm going, or the symbol parentheses action, when I'm going in here and I want to edit this, most of the time I just want to edit the whole thing. That's just me. I'll type in the whole symbol. And you can change this, right? So one click highlights the whole thing. Now, select all text in edit window upon editing. That's set to yes. Look what happens when we apply it and set it to no. Watch this. See how it defaults to the beginning here? Doesn't select it all. So then you got to, if you want to, you can go in and do that, right? I want it all selected. That's just how I like the action to be. But, you know, can you see how setting this, or we're going to set it to yes and click apply, how this really affects things here? Look, it's selecting the whole thing. Now you can still click again, right? And then go select the thing you want, but you know, maybe you're just going to copy and paste something. So that's useful, right? And then you can go ahead and it's highlighted and you can make your edit selection. So anyway, setting all of this, so like use mouse scroll wheel to select settings in settings window. Yeah, if you have this on, essentially, if you select one of these, you can move up and through the settings windows just by using your mouse scroll. And then this scroll wheel up selects next setting. If you set this to yes, when you move your scroll wheel up, the selection moves up. Otherwise, this is going to be inverted. So anyway, this stuff is useful. This enter search text field, I find it to be glitchy. It affects my mouse. So in other words, if I go in here, and I don't even want to do it. If I go in here, I select this, I start typing, and then I try to move my mouse will not show up on this whole screen. My mouse cursor, I'm sorry. So it's very glitchy. Hopefully they'll make changes or some user will report that as a bug. But go in here, start typing your text, and then try to move your mouse, the mouse disappears. It's weird, I know, but it's what it is. Anyway, that's the little tips and tricks for the new Sierra Chart settings windows, and this will help you navigate them a little bit better. I know for longtime Sierra Chart users, this change was painful because it takes a long time to learn where all the settings are in Sierra Chart, and then all of a sudden they go and they change them all and you feel like a newbie again. And so it's going to take a little bit of time for a lot of us to learn where things are again. But I think for new users, this is an improvement. And just because there are things like these settings windows, you can open multiple settings windows at once. So for example, I have the chart settings for this chart, right? I can go in and open another one for this chart. I can go in at the same time, open another one for this chart, and so on, right? We can open as many as we want. And before, these settings windows would lock you out of editing any other settings. And they're supposedly more stable, minus, of course, what I've talked about here is the enter search text, which is not very stable for the moment. Anyway, I hope this video helps you guys to navigate these new settings windows. Please like and subscribe to the channel, and happy trading.